Are you a pet person? If so, what kind of pet do you see yourself owning?
Dogs.
Yeah, same.
I mean, honestly, like I have love for all animals. Well,
Yeah.
some, not all.
Most animals.
I really like cats.
I like kittens. I'm not the big. I know this is gonna sound like mean, but I like kittens, but I'm not the biggest fan of cats. And maybe because I had a friend that had a lot of cats, and they were mean. But it might have just been her cats, or maybe they just didn't like me.
Well,
They were mean.
one day in my life I was gonna have a cat.
Yeah. But I'm a dog person. Like, I grew up having dogs. And yeah. How often do you like to see and or speak to your parents, siblings, and other family members?
As much as I can.
Yeah.
Whenever the opportunity is given. Or like, we'll like sometimes just text. Shoot out a text. My mom will call. I would FaceTime my sisters.
Yeah.
The person that I don't really talk to is my brother.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Yeah.
Especially with the baby and all.
And for me, it's different because my sisters and my brother, they're younger. So the dynamic is different. And if I go see my mom, like, I mean, my siblings will be there and so will my dad. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's a little different for me, but yeah. And we're lucky to all live in the same city. So yeah. Have you ever lost someone or something you truly loved? I can't say that for myself. I've been blessed and lucky that up until this point, and hopefully like nothing bad happens anytime soon, but I haven't lost like a close family member or anything like that. I think the closest that I've lost was my dad's best friend, who was his cousin, and his wife, because I grew up with them, and we grew up like hanging out a lot, and to me they were like my aunt and my uncle. But other than that, I can't really say that. So no, not for me.
Oh, my grandma.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
What's your ideal climate for establishing a permanent home? If it could be like cold all year long, that'd be great. Yeah. Or like fall weather. I love fall, but we don't really have fall in like California. Like, I'm all ready for fall, and like the house is decorated, my little windows all decorated, and it's still like 90 degrees outside.
Yeah.
What's your ideal type of vacation?
Hawaii.
I just want to know like different parts of the world. Like in my bucket list, I definitely have different parts of Europe. I want to go to Paris. I want to go to Disneyland Paris. I want to go to Tokyo. I really want to go to Tokyo.
Like Tokyo Drift. Ding 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 ding.
Anyway, but yeah, I just want to know different parts of the world.
Maybe it's just a vacation, not like a whole like.
That would be a vacation for me.
How long would that vacation be?
Oh, it has to be like a long vacation?
No, but that's what I'm saying. I think they're saying like a vacation, like a getaway.
Oh, I would love to go to Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Which is like pretty similar kind of ish to Hawaii. Like it's beach and like, you know. Beach. How do you feel about group vacations with other couples?
That'd be pretty cool.
I think it also depends with what other couples.
I mean, yeah.
Like, let's say it was like us and your sisters and their significant others, because
Yep.
we all get along pretty well.
That
would be
badass.
yeah, that would be really awesome.
Hell yeah. We need a planet.
I know. But if it was like someone you just met,
Or someone that you know is always drama.
yeah, then it'd be
it's
like,
like-
no. Yeah, I think it depends with what other couples.
Yeah.
At what age do you envision yourself buying a house or owning real estate? Sometime soon.
Very soon.
That's something that we're actually currently working on.
We're in the process of it, so.
Yeah. What keeps you going day to day?
Getting closer to my goal.
Mm-hmm.
I
Like
think
we both
honestly.
have personal goals
Yeah.
and then goals as a married couple
Yeah.
that we're like working towards.
And I think right
Yeah.
now, like my goals, like as us as a married couple, that's what's like pushing me to like go and like
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
you know. I'm excited.
me too. Oh, what do you value more? Careful planning or the freedom to be spontaneous?
I would say careful planning.
I would actually say the freedom to be spontaneous. Like, there's some things that you have to. Like, you can't just, you know, do it out of the blue. You have to plan and, you know.
Yeah. That's why I say careful planning.
But I would love to be at that point in my life where I could just, like, do things, you know.
We'll see, baby. Like
Spontaneously.
spontaneously, it's gonna cost. But
Right.
if you do it careful planning,
Yeah.
then you know your budgets, you know how much for this, how much for that. But if you go, oh, I'm just gonna go on a trip, and who, like, I'm gonna buy my ticket today.
Well,
Or-
if I had it like that, I would.
Exactly.
That'd be awesome.
But we don't.
But we don't.
So that's why I carefully plan.
So we have to, right, yeah.
It's okay, baby. One day. One day.
Do you believe in reincarnation or an afterlife? I think on this one we also have different answers.
Damn, this just got deep. Honestly, to me, it's like once the bulb goes out, that's it. There's nothing.
Yeah. I think that's interesting because for a while I wanted to be like going to that industry. Like, I wanted to be a mortician. I wanted to like embalm people and I wanted to do autopsies. I wanted to be in that field. So I would think that I would be the one with that answer because I like the science part of it, and I would be the one to be like, no, like, once you're dead, you're dead. But I actually do believe in an afterlife, and I'm not completely sure about reincarnation. I don't know. But I do believe there's something else. I don't believe that you just die and that's it. Like you said, like, once the light bulb goes off, then that's it. I personally don't believe that. I believe that when you die, you leave your body, but your essence and like your, you know, your being is still there. The way that I heard it once was that we're more like, you know, when like right now we're human beings, like I can touch you and I can see you, I can feel you, and it's kind of like the state of water and ice, you know, like right now we would be like a solid, where it's like a piece of ice. You can see it, you can touch it, you can, you know. And then there's water, you know, you can see it and you can kind of like, it's somewhat tangible, right? Like you can, and then water can also go into a state of like gas, where it's still there, but you can't see it, you can't touch it. And that's the way that I've heard it, and that's the way that I think of it. Like right now we're like kind of like ice, and once we die, I personally believe, and I like to believe that you know, we leave our body, but we're still there, we're just kind of like a different form. And I like to believe that there's something else. That's just me. That would actually be an interesting topic to do like a whole video on, you know? Because there's some things, there's the reason why I believe that. There's a couple reasons, and I've had a couple of I don't even know what to call them, but there's a couple of reasons that are very important to me for why I believe that. That would just be like a longer video. Next question. How would you react if we had trouble getting pregnant?
Oh man. Man. Well, we go to the doctor. Be like, doctor, fix this.
Yeah, just kind of like get answers and look at our options, I guess. You know, I would love to be a mother one day, like carrying my own child and like know that we made that, you know. But I don't believe that that's the only way that you can be a mom. I know there's a lot of kids out there that need a home, and if you have the love to give, I think it's a beautiful thing to take in a child, and I don't think it takes away from you. Like I would still be a mom, you know. How do you feel about adoption? Oh, well, I just kind of said how I feel about that. I think it's awesome, and I think it's beautiful, and I think if we were in a position where, you know, not even if we couldn't have kids, but let's say we did, and we were in a position that, you know, we were good, we were financially like really stable and like at a good place, and we had the means and the love to give, I would absolutely adopt a child, even if we already had kids of our own. What about you?
I was like, yeah, maybe, yeah. I think it's awesome. You know, it's like giving something to someone that they don't have. You know, and
yeah,
like to me, like say if we were to adopt, like that's my son.
Right.
Like it doesn't matter if he came from like a
biologically
home.
Yours or not.
Yeah, that's my son.
That would still be your child. Yeah.
You know, 100%, and I wouldn't treat him any different. He would still get the same discipline as like
your biological
kids. Yeah.
The same discipline and the same love.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
And you still get pop-outs too.
How many kids do you want, if any?
Max? I would say 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Maybe 4.
For me the minimum would be 2. The maximum would be 4.
Yeah.
I think any more than 4, it would just be a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the reason why I say I would want at least 2 is because I personally know what it's like to be an only child. You know, like, yeah, you get more spoiled and you have things that you want, and, you know, But at the end of the day, it's lonely. And I don't want my child to grow up like that. Like, it was lonely growing up, you know? And yeah, I had cousins and whatever, but it's not the same. So I would not want to have an only child or have like such a big gap, kind of like I did with my sisters, because now I see their bond. They're only 2 years apart, and even with my sister and my brother, who are like 5 years apart or something like that, even their bond is like pretty awesome. And when I see my bond with my sisters, now it's a lot better, because they're like going into their teens and they kind of look for me as the older sister, like for advice or whatever. But at the beginning, I was kind of more like the second mom, or kind of like the babysitter, you know?
Yeah.
It wasn't like that sisterly bond. And I don't know, like my bond with my sisters is not the same as their bond, because they're closer in age.
Yeah.
Yeah. For me, it was lonely. For them, it's like, you know, it's a regular sibling relationship. So minimum 2, maximum for me would be 4. But you know, if let's say like we had 3 kids and I got pregnant with twins, I wouldn't be like, oh no, I don't want the fifth. Like, you know, I think a baby at the end of the day is a blessing, and I would love to have kids. Yeah, like I wouldn't be like, send one of them back. Do you want to raise your hypothetical children religiously? I thought it said hypocritical. I was like, what? Hypothetical. I think I would want to raise them kind of how we are now. Like, we still believe in God and we're like spiritual.
Yeah.
But we're not like, you have to go to church every Sunday and blah, 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 you know? Because at that point, then it would be hypocritical, because then they would be like, Mom, like, you don't even go to church every Sunday.
Yeah, and then you expect us to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of...
Would you ever stay home to parent full time?
No.
No?
I wouldn't be able to do it.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I would.
No, you'd be stay home.
No, like if we had, you know, the, how would I say it, like...
The luxury?
Yeah. Yeah. I would.
No, I wouldn't.
Even though like I like working and having my own money and stuff, I think that, yeah, you might be a little tighter, because then it wouldn't be like a 2-income household. But I think also there's a lot of advantages and a lot of good things that come from you being there with and for your children, you know? That, like, it's not the same taking them to childcare than you as a parent being there with them, for them, and like teaching them and going through those milestones with them. But I also wouldn't, like, I wouldn't be like, no, I have to be a stay-at-home mom. Like, I like working, you know? And there's a lot of advantages to having a 2-income household.
Yeah.
Especially with kids. Do you expect your partner to parent full-time? Not stay at home, but to parent full-time.
Like discipline way?
Well, yeah, just be a parent, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, I think that's what it is, right? Like, I mean, I don't know. I have an opinion about that. And I don't want to sound like that because I don't have kids yet. And I don't want to come off like as that person that's like, oh, when I have kids, blah, 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 you know. But I think like once you have kids, like you have to be a parent, you know. Like you have to discipline them, you have to teach them, you have to like be there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just saying because I personally know a lot of people that have kids but are not necessarily parenting. There's a difference between having kids and being a parent.
Yeah.
How do you feel about outsourcing certain responsibilities like childcare and cleaning? Like, let's say you have like a babysitter come in and you have like a cleaning lady come in. How do you feel about that?
Did we win the lotto?
Right?
I mean, the only way that would happen is like if you have money.
Yeah.
You know, and a lot of people nowadays don't have that luxury.
Yeah. Well, I love to clean, so.
And I would love to like.
If I could just outsource one thing, would be laundry.
You'll
But
probably just
anything
hire
else,
someone to do
yeah.
it for you. Just
But,
the folding part?
Just the folding part. I'll be like, girl, I got it. I'll wash it because I like to wash my clothes. Like, I like the way I wash my clothes.
Mm-hmm. So you just don't like the folding part?
I would totally hire somebody to just fold my clothes. You don't even have to put them away. Just fold them and leave them on the bed for me. But that folding part, oh. How important are birthdays, anniversaries, and other holidays in your view?
They're important. But I think like as you progress, like birthdays, as you progress, you know, from being young to old, like to me personally, it's just a reminder like you're getting old, bruh. You know. And then each year that comes along, you're just getting older and older. To where like when you're young, you know, like
you're excited
10,
for
12,
it.
yeah, you're excited. You know, you're gonna get cake, ice cream.
Yeah, and there's like milestones, you know.
Yeah, and then once you like you hit like a certain point when you're just like, you know, your age is just gonna go up.
It's just yeah.
Anniversaries, well, there's like a lot of different anniversaries.
Yeah.
You know.
I think our wedding anniversary is one that like, I mean, it's important, you know.
Yeah.
Because that's when like we like officially established our family. Because you know, one day in the future, like we're gonna have kids, and it's gonna be like, well, that's the day your parents got married. You know. That's the day I became a VF.
Yeah.
And like our kids will be VF. We'll all be VFs. So it's like, that's important, you know. Says, how do you envision splitting holidays between your family and your significant others? I think the way we did it last year, which was our first like holidays together, went pretty well. The important one is Christmas.
Yeah.
And we got to see my family, and then we got to see his family, and yeah, it was nice.
Yeah.
And I'm really looking forward to it this year. For me, Thanksgiving, I love Thanksgiving, but it was also always kind of like, eh. And for example, last year, my birthday landed right on the day. And New Year's, I've never cared for New Year's. Like, honestly, the way we did it last year was like perfect to me. I know our families wanted, you know, to spend time with us, but we were not unfair about it. We didn't see his family, we didn't see my family. We just spent it at home with each other. We had a really good meal, and we just hung out, and you know, we went out. It was cold, and we were just, to me that was a great way to spend New Year's.
Yeah. But then I went, like the next day we went for a little bit.
Yeah, we went and
to
we
each side.
saw. Yeah.
We'll see what happens this year.
Yeah. Which household chores do you most like to do?
Everything.
Yeah, you like to clean.
Mm-hmm.
Me too. I especially enjoy the kitchen and oddly enough the restroom. I would rather clean the restroom than fold laundry. Like I actually enjoy it. I enjoy cleaning.
Me too.
Yeah.
With some good music on the background.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I like that feeling afterwards, like you're like, oh, you know it's
all
done
clean.
and it's clean and it feels good.
Yeah.
What percentage of your income are you comfortable spending versus saving? I don't think we base it off of a percentage. We just, as a couple who's, you know, like we're both working,
Mm-hmm.
We split up the bills evenly, and we have a savings plan that works for us, and it's not really based off of percentage.
Yeah.
Like we're not like, oh, you're gonna save like 20% of your check. No, we have like an amount, and we just have it worked out. You know, that's what works for us. Do you have any outstanding debts? No, we don't. I mean, like, we're paying off our cars, but that's not like outstanding. No. Do you have any savings? Yeah, we do. We have the savings together. At what age do you want to retire?
Tomorrow.
Oh, it says, oh, so this is like a three-parted question. It says, at what age do you want to retire, ideally, and where do you imagine yourself at that stage in life?
Oh. Oh man. Well, cause what's the retirement?
Like
Okay.
65?
Man.
There's some people that work beyond that.
Yeah.
Like I have a doctor where I work, and he likes to say that he's like half retired because he only works 1 day a week. And he just had a birthday. I think he turned like 70. But I mean, he's a doctor. He like went to school for so long, and he actually genuinely enjoys his job.
Yeah.
And he only really has to work 1 day, so it's like a happy medium, you know.
I just think for everyone it's different.
It's yeah.
Especially it's based on what you do. And
Yeah.
how much wear and tear you put on your body.
Mhm.
Some people don't even get to retire.
Mhm.
You know.
Some people don't want to retire. Like the last doctor that I worked for, you know, he did not want to retire, and he told us like, I'm not ever gonna retire. The day you don't see me here is because I won't be here anymore. And that's exactly how it happened. Like he just did not want to retire, and it made him really happy to work. You know, he loved what he did.
Yeah.
And I think for him, if he had to retire, it probably would have made him really sad, and like he probably wouldn't have had a good time because he genuinely enjoyed going to work. So for me, I would want to retire like, I would say probably like 60, 65-ish, the latest. Because I do see myself like being like an old little grandma. Not old, I don't want to say that, but like an older, you know, little grandma like baking cookies with her grandkids. And like, so excited for that stage in life, and I don't even have kids yet. Like I want to just like gather up my grandkids and be like, we're gonna make cookies today. I'm like, oh. I'm excited for that. I don't even get like that when I say I want to have kids. I'm not like, oh, the babies. I'm like, oh, the grandbabies.
Next question.
I just want to be a grandma. That's the last question.
Okay. Well. Anything else you want to add to the video?
No. I think this was a lot of fun. I have an idea for our next video. Not our next video, but an upcoming video. So this was like kind of like the Newlywed Tag and like questions about each other, and you know, but I want to make a video probably a little right after our anniversary, our first year anniversary, and just kind of talk about what that first year was like, you know, and like what we've learned and what we've gone through. Yeah, and just kind of like, we're gonna review our marriage, like marriage review. I'm just kidding, that sounds so extra, but I think that'll be fun, and I think it'll be interesting to see, like, you know, what we've gone through and what we did and all the changes.
Now we did.
But then also, like, can you imagine looking back at it like a year after that, like at the 2-year mark, or at the 5-year mark, or like later, you know, at the 10-year mark, or like if our kids get to see that and be like, wow, that, you know, I want to do that.
It'll be like a process of like your marriage.
Yeah.
And then, you know, it went from here to here. Like,
yeah.
Like, honestly, like, I can give you a little preview right now. Like, to me, it's like not much has changed.
But then a lot has changed.
In the sense of like how we get along, how we both think.
No.
Yes.
Yeah. Not a lot has changed?
Like, for me, like the feeling. Like to me, like, I don't know, like you're still like, you know, the girl that I'm like all googly eyed. Stop it. You know, and like I just feel like as time went by, like we like started to know each other and like, you know, like understand each other, and little by little like work through our ups and downs. You know, and like,
and our bond is a lot stronger.
Yeah,
it really is.
Yeah, it's because like we got to know each other more. You know, and like now we're just like, oh, okay, well, like this works this way and that works this way. You know.
Yeah. Well, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
The battery's gonna die. Wasn't it at like 100%?
Yeah. We need another one.
Okay.
But yeah, well, YouTube. This concludes our video. Thank you guys for watching. Our next video will be lit, just like this one. And yeah. So make sure.
If you have any suggestions, leave it in the comments. We'd love to like read that.
So you guys make sure you guys subscribe, comment, you know, turn on that little notification bell. And,
share everything.
You know, just.
Yeah. But it's been a lot of fun. We've been having a lot of fun making these videos.
Yeah.
So we'll see you guys next time.